Hi, everybody. I wanted to go over these two different versions of the Mountville's problem. The first one is residual income, and the other is what is the change in bonus? And that's based on 10% of residual income. So it's actually the same problem with just one little twist at the end, which is to figure out 10% of residual income. So there's more than one strategy to this. Here's the one that I like, and that is calculate the residual income for the original, then add, and then get updated, which is the original plus the add. What might hang up some folks on this one is that they don't actually give you operating income. They give you the ingredients to create it. So that means that that's a cumulative requirement asking you to tap into prior chapters or prior knowledge. So let's review here. If you have sales of $117,000 and contribution margin of 60% of sales, then you would take 60% of sales minus your fixed cost to get operating income. Let's just have a quick peek on how that would work. They don't tell you the variable cost, but they tell you enough to solve for contribution margin. Sales times the 60%, and then operating income is your contribution margin minus your fixed cost. You could solve for your variable cost, but you don't actually need to in this particular setting. Of course, variable cost is 40% because these two added together are 100%. So that's just a reminder of how you do that. So that is how I got this 119.8. So the increment, it's going to create extra sales of 117,000, contribution margin of 60%, and added fixed costs. So this is the incremental. And that's negative, so that's not very interesting. How about the original one? How did I get that? That's sales minus your variable cost minus your fixed cost. Here you didn't have to calculate contribution margin, but you could if you wanted to. All right, so operating income, you take your average operating assets times your minimum rate of return, and that gives you your 56. Subtract that from operating income, giving you residual income of 44. Here, the incremental fixed cost is the 124, the new investment cost, times the minimum return gives you this capital charge that you would subtract from operating income, giving you even a larger negative. And then the updated here is going to be the operating income before the investment plus the operating income impact of the incremental investment. And then this is the 700,000 plus the 124 times the 8%, or you could add these two up either way. And so that's the capital charge of the combined new. And so the operating income minus the minimum rate of return gives you your new residual income. And that doesn't look very attractive, does it? Because it's worse than if you didn't do the investment at all. Okay. What about down here? Here they give you a similar setup, slightly different numbers, but now they want to know what would be the change in the bonus. Change in the bonus. So what you would do is calculate your residual income, and you could either compare the original bonus to the new bonus, or you can see here, just from the incremental part, the incremental bonus will be 1,500. Right? We have the same sort of situation with the operating income. The a million minus the 300 minus the 500 gives you your original operating assets, and then the add. This is where you have to take the new sales of 100,000 times 70% to get the contribution margin, and then subtract the 40 to get that new operating income. And then the new investment will add 250,000 of assets, so you got a capital charge for that, and so forth. All right, let me know if you have a question.